Hi friends, hope you're doing swell. Hello friends, I hope you're doing swell and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alexis. I would love it if you stuck around, especially because in this season of life, I'm actually posting every day. So I would love it if you had any suggestions for video ideas coming up. But for today's build, I thought that we can do something a little bit differently. I've seen a couple of simmers actually build a dollhouse, so I want to take my own rendition of it and try to build one over in Nursery for today. Alrighty, so I think this is Nursery. We're over at the Tranquil Crescent. Now, I tried to sculpt this out a little bit beforehand, trying to just see if I can get my bearings about it. And honestly, it was a little difficult, so this is going to be a challenge. And I kind of built it like a regular house, but I think that's where my mistake was. So let's go ahead and maybe do something like this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side as well. And now the lighting is going to be a little glitchy, and that's just because I'm not going to actually close in the walls, because I think that's just going to be easier for me moving forward. So let's go ahead and add, let's add this on the top if it'll allow me to. No, it won't. Okay, so we might have to close off the rooms, which is fine. We can just get rid of those later on. But with the reference image that I'm kind of looking at it as well, it's 3 stories and about 6 rooms, and we're going to put our own little spin on it. Looking at an actual dollhouse, because I was like, that might be the best bet for me to kind of get the look and feel, especially of this build challenge for today. So I'm going to do this, and it's going to be very wonky looking, not landscape or anything like that, just because we're going to be looking at it like this pretty much. Let me go ahead and bring that down. Alrighty, so with the little reference image that I'm using, let me actually show you. I got off of Pinterest. I thought it was so stinking cute. So this is what I'm using as the model and the inspiration. So it's a lot of wooden features. It's got these little mouses inside too. I just think it's really adorable. So we're going to try to use a little bit of that as the inspiration for today's build. But like I said, I'm going to have to take away some of these walls, and that's just going to allow for us to actually properly use it as a dollhouse. And we'll have those levels separated, but the lighting's going to be a little glitchy because we have an open plan. Okay, so going in, we have some really pretty warm flooring. So let's go ahead and add that to each level. And hopefully you can see this pretty well too. I guess another option would to be put the Snow Escape or Eco Lifestyle windows, but it just has a divider in it, so it might not look extremely like we want it to. It might not look perfect. But let's go down to the first floor. Let's separate these two. They're not going to be completely even, but I do like the fact of having those two separated. And then maybe over here we can have a little bathroom over on that side separated, and then on this side we can do something a little bit similar and have another little bathroom or a little nursery. So in the bathroom, I can't really see the tiles, so I'm just going to pick what I want. I'm just using this as inspiration. It's not going to be completely the same, but I do want it to look like a dollhouse. So maybe we can use, because that might be pretty nice. And then we can just use some old school tiles of some sort. And I kind of like these. But do we have a richer color? Ooh, or these kitschy ones. Oh, I do like this because that will be really nice. So we're just going to add some saucer lights down. And that doesn't really do anything, but that is okay. Perfect. So we're going to have some type of stairs. And I'm thinking maybe just some plain little wooden ones from Cottage Living. So I'm going to go down to the first floor. I think I want the stairs to be over on this side. So let's put the stairs towards the back. And then we get upstairs. Maybe we can add another set right here. Or could I copy them where they can be spiral? And then you get to that level. Because that kind of works. And then we can get rid of this one. Let's go ahead and find maybe, these from Cottage Living, and I want to delete this. And I might go ahead and find some wooden paneling, and I like that idea of using this. So I want for this to be the bathroom. Maybe this will be the kitchen. So I want to do some type of funky wallpaper, and we could do tile, some funky tile. Maybe nothing crazy like this from Love Struck. We can make it a little bit dimmed down, but I'm thinking since we have a lot of funky patterns upstairs, maybe we can use another one right there and kind of keep up that red and burnt orange. So I'm gonna pick those two, and then let's go to like wallpapers so we can do a few different ones in these little rooms. So maybe we can do that one for right there. Maybe like in the little nursery we can do that. Ooh, wait, hold on. I think I like this one for the nursery. Kind of want to see, maybe, I don't think would pack. In my head I'm thinking like Crystal Creations, like a nice little color like this. And perhaps we can use like a business and hobbies, like a little pink, because that's kind of nice. I think the colors are a little off, so maybe we can use like some yellows instead. This kid's wallpaper, does it come in a pretty yellow? It does. And that's fine. I might want to change this one though to be a little bit more like yellow based. Be something like this. And then we can change this one as well. Be like that really pretty like yellow. Because I think that's more like vibrant and airy that we're kind of looking for with this. Okay, so with the reference image, they kind of have like a little laundry down here, which I kind of like the vibes. So let's go ahead and go over to Laundry Day. Laundry Day, is that the name of it? I was gonna say Nifty Knitting, but it's not, it's Laundry Day. Okay, got this little nook back here, oops, which I think is gonna be perfect for us to actually put like a washer dryer combo. So let's go ahead and do that, and maybe we can match it to like that white color. And then perhaps as well over here, because it's going to be just one facing, so it'll be beneficial for us to have things like facing this way so it's easier for like us to see. I do want to add, maybe we can put some of these like little herbs over there. Maybe we can add like a little dustpan right here. Yellow color would be pretty, and we can bring in some more blue as well. And I do want to give us like 2 of these little laundry baskets, and I like the swatch they're in, so we don't have to change that. Okay, from Laundry Day as well, I kind of want to use some more storage, and maybe we just use everything from Laundry Day because that might be nice. We can do that really pretty yellow, and then perhaps like a little couch of some sort over on this side. I don't really like that couch though, but I do like this little clutter, and then we can add this little stuff around, maybe this little rug. Okay, I'm gonna take a Laundry Day off, and let's go ahead and go into living room and maybe like a nice little yellow couch. Ooh, or this for business and hobbies is nice. What if we use like one of those right there? And let's find a nice light source. Ooh, these are always so gorgeous, but you're not gonna be able to see them too well just because of the open walls. It's nice. And then maybe on this side, we can add a little fireplace, and then we can Central 9. Guys, I didn't do it wrong this time. Central 9, and then stick this up there because that would be really nice. We might get a comfier couch because we can use this as like a little game. Oh my gosh, that is so far off. We can use it as like a little game room. Oh, that one just doesn't place well. Okay, that one placed way better. I was like, I know what I'm doing. We want to get like a comfy little couch, so let's use maybe that blue one. Actually, is really pretty. And then we can get a cozy, maybe a coffee table to go in the center, which I typically don't use coffee tables in my builds. Just don't know why, because we have a coffee table at home. But maybe we use, oh, I like that. We can do that. Then maybe add some little clutter, and perhaps we can just get like some little books. And then I want to go over to Growing Together. Show me everything, please and thank you. Like this little kitty clutter. So we can do that, and then maybe, where is it? Yeah, some of this stuff. I might get rid of that rug and let's use one of these cozy ones. And there you have it. That is our little family room and laundry room. So moving over is going to be our kitchen. Now, I have no clue what I want to use. I think I'm just really into like the idea of using all of this, where is it? Country kitchen. What is it called? Home Chef Hustle stuff. It's just so pretty. So I think I want to do, the lighting is just not that great. Okay. Maybe we use some of this cabinetry. So we do like 1, 2, then we can do a stove, another one, and then maybe like wrap this around. And then we can perhaps do maybe like a little island. And are these not the same? Which swatch is this? Okay. We could scooch, let me bring this up one. Maybe bring this little cabinet over to right there, and then we can bring that back. Bring this over, and then maybe get rid of that one. Okay, let's look for the matching fridge. Such a good pack. I'm so glad that I got it. Let's do the little sink that came with it as well. Have that right there. And then I want to have a counter right there so we could put our stove maybe right here. Let's go ahead and toss that. And then we'll just copy another little counter. I'm wondering though, for this little dollhouse, should we maybe see if we can put like a window? Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it as is. Let's go ahead and look for some upper cabinets. These have like a little light on them, but it's not going to really show up. We'll just have to work with what we have. We can do something like that, and then two right there, and then a little half tile one right here. Let's go ahead and put, we can get the thermostat to be in here, fire alarm to also be in here, and then we can get like a little waste bin. I kind of like the idea of using this money one, so let's do that. And are there any like decorations that we can perhaps use? We do need a door going in, so maybe we use an archway. Let me go by dark brown, go all the way down. So we might move, I mean the light can still sit there. Maybe we do another little archway right there, and then of course an archway up there, so we have somewhere to actually come in and out. And I might actually replace that one with this so it's all cohesive. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go back over to kitchen. Now I was thinking of like some just clutter, like wall decor, wall decorations. I like the idea of like using some little kitty stuff. Maybe we just go back over, get some little bar stools. We can get like a little laptop right here, and then we can get like a little fruit bowl or some sort right here, and clutter this up back here. Put the fruit bowl back there too. We do need our little anti-fatigue, even if we can't see it. And I think I'm gonna change the color of this to maybe some more yellow so we can bring that kind of out a little bit. And then over here, maybe we can do like a proper little dining room table. I really do like this little circle one from Love Struck. So let's use that in that little gold swatch. And then perhaps we can just use some of these chairs from Growing Together. Then we can scooch it like right there, so you can actually see it. And then we can do it in that yellow too, and add like a cute little plant on top. And I'm gonna go over, I think, to blooming brooms. I do want to use this though, so maybe we can just maybe stick that right there. But I do want to go over to blooming brooms. Where are you, girlfriend? And use that cute little plant, and then maybe some more little herbs right there. Pretty nice. Okay, so what can we put right here? Because in this little picture, they do have like the little dustpan, but maybe we can use like a little high chair. I like that. That is cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and move up to the bathroom since it's just right above. Oops. So, oh gosh. Oh my gosh, it's gonna keep like bringing me up some. But let's go ahead and do our little shower tub combo. We'll do a nice sink, and I really love the ones from Growing Together, so maybe we can use two of those right next to the shower. Let's see, do they have any pretty, I kind of like that color, so let's do that. And then we can use my little favorite base game toilet. We can just stick her right, oops. I'm gonna go in from this angle just because it's gonna be a little bit easier. Let's add some little toilet paper, and of course we have to add my little cabinet of dreams. And it'll be nice to just have some little functionality for the little dollhouse. And then I want to see, yeah, these little gold mirrors Growing Together, even though you can't really see them too well. But I am going to add those, and then just for like little clutter, and add a little hand towel on both sides. We have some soap on that one, and we can add toothpaste over on that one. Then let's copy that little plant again that we had, because I think that'll be nice. So we do need a toddler potty just because we did add a kid at the bottom. So let's go ahead and add this one from Growing Together, because that is cute and it's rotating weird. There we go. Okay, then we'll all place that back. Last thing I think we might need is a comfy little mat to go right in front of our bathtub, and then that kind of works. So that's pretty much all for the little bathroom. It's functional, you can still see it, especially for playing dolls. I think it's really nice. So there we have it. Let's go over in here. And this is like a second living room based on the picture. So I might make this into an office situation or just like a skill building room. And then upstairs we can have the parents' bedroom, then like the little toddler's bedroom. So let's go ahead and place some bookcases because I think they'll be really pretty on this back wall. So let's go ahead and put like, love this default swatch. And right here, we can get a cozy little couch. from high school years is really pretty. And it has that yellow swatch that is really nice as well. So we have that for your Sims to kind of read and relax. We probably need some type of picture as well. Let's go ahead and find like a collage, because I love these little collages with the animals. I think that's really cute. So we'll have that. And then maybe over on this wall, we can do a proper like desk. And maybe on the other side, we can do maybe an easel would be nice. I'm looking at the desk. I'm trying to see which one I want to choose. It's a little kitschy, but I think it'll fit the vibe and stuff of this house. So we'll do that. A nice little rolling chair. So we'll use one of these, which is my favorite. And then even though we can't see it, we are going to add my little tray of dreams. We'll just stick it up there. And then I also want to add maybe just a bit of clutter, like the open book. So it looks like they're actually like reading or writing. So we have some more like little clutter right there. Even though you can't really see it, I think it is nice to have that. And then instead of putting an easel, maybe we'll put some like little kid toys. So we could do, where is it? I was thinking of, yeah, one of these. Now I am going to size it down. The animation will still work. I think having it just sized down would be nice. So we'll have it like right there. And then perhaps as well, we can add like a little blarfy and then some little blocks. And of course, we need a cozy rug. And I'm thinking of the ones from Lovestruck because they're just plain and simple. And then we can use that pretty color. There we have it. That is our little family living room situation hangout. Now, oops, it's gonna plop me all the way up here. But I think for the exterior, while we're already like facing it, I wanted to see this little paneling. I was wondering if this might look decent. Oh, that from Business and Hobbies is nice. So what if we just add that like around the sides? And I never do ceiling, so we get to also do that today. A first for a few things. Okay, so in the kitty's room, it's gonna be quite simple and little. But let me see where's gonna be the best angle. I might have to go up like this, and then hopefully you can see it. I'll zoom in like that. But let's get a crib, and the stairs go like right there. So maybe we put a crib like right here, a little seating area back here, and then you can add a few of those little clutter bits, which I definitely do not use. So we can use those for today. Do they have any other like swatches? Oh, the little ponies. I like that. You get a nice little rug, even though you can't see that either, but it's there. And then I was thinking maybe like a little bookshelf back here. And what else from the little kitty stuff we can use? That might be kind of it. I want to do like a toddler bed too. So maybe we do, I might have to switch the orientation just because it's not placing like I want to on that wall. And then we can have like the little bassinet, so just shooting up. Okay, yeah, something like that. Or we can do like two of these. It's like a little kids play thing, but I like the idea of maybe getting rid of this, putting like some little clutter right here. Then we can put like little tissues. It don't slide. Okay, I was gonna say like little tissues and stuff. Okay, they slide up there. Perfect. Maybe just for some clutter, we can add that right there. Kids' room is kind of bland. Should we get rid of this bed and maybe we have a kid instead, like a kid and an infant? I know it's not ideal for them to share like a bedroom, but this is like a dollhouse, so it's not ideal anyway. Kind of like this bed. Kind of fits the vibes of the house. So let's use that. And then I do want to get them a Defender light. Okay, here's our little Defender light. I'm going to change the swatch to be a different color. I might get rid of this little kid's book and get some like little posters and do something like that. That's cute and cozy just for like a little bedroom. So going over into the parents' bedroom. Now we need to have a dresser as well, just because we don't have any dresser in this house. So we're gonna have to have one just so it's like functional. So let's go ahead and use like maybe this bed. I'm gonna come up some, so hopefully you can see. But I think that bed is so gorgeous, and they have a bunch of different swatches. Then we can use just like some brown side tables. I think I like these gold ones a little bit. So let's use those. Of course, we can get a nice dresser. I really do like this one from Snow Escape. And then a nice mirror as well would be clutch. And I really like mine, there we go, from Growing Together. That's gorgeous. So on the nightstands, I'm thinking of just adding maybe like my little tray of dreams again. Oh, so cute. Okay, move the dresser just so we can see it. So let me put it down here because it's a little bit easier. Let me just scooch it back, and then we can put our little mirror. Okay, we need to find like a nice picture, and I love these from Lovestruck. So maybe we add that big one, and then we can also just use and copy this really pretty rug from Love Struck as well. And then their bedroom, since we didn't get to put like an easel or anything like that, I think I want to add one over here. So let's go ahead and give them a nice easel over on that section so they have some things to be creative. Maybe we can also give them like a little sewing. I might get rid of this. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what else could we like add into the room? Because it's so front facing. It's like a little bit different than what I typically do. So I'm trying to think of what might place a little bit better. So we can have like a plant right there, which we've used this one a couple of times. So maybe we use something a little bit different. I love this triage. So maybe we just use one of those right there. Kind of works. Okay, so we got the bones and stuff done with the interior of the house. Let's go ahead and add some like little details on the exterior. Now, this is quite tall. So maybe we bring this down a little bit, and then we can add this cute little thing from Cottage Living. Let's go ahead and find some different roof trim. I love this from Love Struck. Oh, it kind of works. Could we use, oh, we have to use it right there. Okay, never mind. Okay, hold on. I can put the trim right there. Could I do like I see what it's doing, so I can't add it right there. Can I add like a platform trim? No. Can I add like one of these? I can. Let's do this like around just to kind of separate it, and then we can add, can I add it up there? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Cute. Okay. The siding wise, we also have something that's kind of clipping a little bit. Siding is fine. Let's maybe see. I was thinking of cats and dogs. Let's see. Cats and dogs. All like this little scallop. I think that's pretty. And then of course we have to paint the ceilings, which I typically don't do. So bear with me as I try to like figure this out. I'm trying to think of our ceiling. It's just white. Should I just put like a white ceiling up top? Like not white tile, but like something funky. Like, could this work? I mean, this is fine. So there's our little like dollhouse, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I hope you enjoyed today's video, friends. If you did, make sure it's fun things like give it a big old like and subscribe down below if you haven't already, as well as press that bell notification so you can be notified each and every time that I post. Until next time, friends, I hope you are doing swell, and I will see you very soon. Bye!